Good afternoon, guys, and welcome to another episode of Swipe Left. Let's not waste any time. It's 12 o'clock. Let's get started. Swipe left. Swipe left. Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Swipe Left. I am your hostess with the mostest. My name is Milan Trejor from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today is June the 8th, 2019. We got a lot of ground to cover today. What we're going to do is what we do every Saturday. We're going to cut through the bull, we're going to sort through the mess, and when we get the facts straight, then we're going to what? We're going to swipe left. All right, guys, first things first, before we go anywhere, we're going to do our thank yous. I have a list of thank yous to some of my folks from Chez Trejor who have actually done very nice things for me this past week. Last week, during the show's premiere, I actually received super chats from Ashley, T. Cooper, L. Long, Natalia Richards sent me a super chat as well as a little gift box. Natalia is always hooking me up, honey. This is Natalia. This was in my box, honey. The earrings and the choker. Thank you, Miss Natalia. Thank you, darling. And she has me down, honey. She just sees things and says, this is it, girl. This is what's going on. So thank you, Miss Natalia. Girl, I love it. Virgin Love 8 sent super chat. Sean Bradley. Monk Chip 2324. Thank you, baby. I got cash apps from Rayshana. Also from Felicia. I also received a box of goodies from Miss Wendy Batista. Love you, Miss Wendy. And listen, you guys, again, I say it all the time. Every week I make sure I say thank you so much, but you really don't realize how much stress you take off of me by doing the things that you all do. You didn't have to do it, but you did, and I'm glad you did. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Mwah. Swipe left. Okay, so this week I ran into some very interesting things that I'm going to talk about today. No real bad news. I think the worst piece of news that I have to report, I will actually start with it. And generally, that's usually somebody has passed on or that someone is sick. Nope. But it is a rest in peace to iTunes. I ran into this story. iTunes is going away. I was floored, completely floored to hear this, that due to the popularity of streaming services, folks are not buying music. They are streaming. So people aren't actually buying music. iTunes is throwing in the towel. They're throwing in the towel. The sales just aren't there and they're not going to bother with it anymore. I'm shocked. I am really shocked. But, yeah. Rest in peace to iTunes, honey. iTunes is going away. I'm shocked. All right. That's it for the bad news. Thank goodness. Swipe left. Okay. Now, here's a little piece that some of you are not going to be real happy with me about, but it just is what it is. One of my favorite shows. Yes, American Horror Story. Listen, okay, so there's a good piece here and there's a bad piece here. American Horror Story, The Witches of Coven will definitely be returning, but it will not be in season 9. The show has already been renewed for season 10. So allegedly, season 10, we're going to get to see all the girls from Coven returning. Allegedly. So, we know for a fact that the show's going to be here for season 10. That's a good thing. Allegedly, the witches will be in season 10. Hoping. Can't wait to see them. I can't wait to see more Hocus Pocus on AHS. Cannot wait. So that's the good and the bad. And here's another little piece of bad. Okay, so we've been worrying about what's going to go on in season 9. And we got one trailer. And before it's all over with, we'll have probably 7 or 8 different trailers. But I don't have to go any further with the trailers because it's been leaked that, yes, it is definitely going to be focusing on 80s slasher films. Count me out. Count me out. I'm telling you now, we're not going to go around and around about it. It is what it is. I don't need 1,500 emails begging me to do it. I'm telling you now, I'm not doing it. I don't like slasher films. I love Ryan Murphy. Love American Horror Story. I don't do slasher films, so there's no need to flood my email. I'm telling you now, I am not doing it. There will be nothing for me to review because I'm not watching. I'm not doing it. Scaredy cat out. Swipe left. Okay, guys. Here, this is good. This is good. I love this. Take a look at this picture. Do you know those people? Do you know those people? If you are anywhere near my age, then you definitely know those people. That is Vanessa of The Cosby Show, Tempest Bledsoe. She's 45 now. Can you believe that? Little Tempest is 45. And that's Ron from A Different World, Daryl M. Bell. How many of you knew that they have been married, happily married, for 22 years? 22 years. I remember, it's so funny because I remember hearing about them dating years and years and years ago. Then I never heard any more. I never heard anything about a wedding or anything like that. But here it is. I ran across this. They have been married and happy for 22 years, and they attribute it to staying out of the public eye. 22 years of marriage. I think it's wonderful. And look at that. Ron, now I'm going to tell you, whenever the show was on, I used to think that Ron just was kind of funny looking and he was a dork. And Tempest was just, she was just Vanessa, and I didn't think she was anything all that great. The two of them, life and time has been very kind. They are both, they look great. Like, I think it's one of those situations where neither one of them are bad looking people. Never were. But it's one of those things, there are some people who just look better as they get older. I think that's definitely the situation for them too. The two of them look great, and they do look happy. Shit, I want to be happy. I want to be happy, honey, and be looking real fabulous, honey, in another 10 years. Yeah. But, I know you all know what I'm talking about, and I'm just going to name a few people. And I'm talking without any type of surgery or anything like that. First, the one that sticks right out of my mind is Cicely Tyson. I love Cicely Tyson. She's a legend. Cicely Tyson is now in her 90s. And Cicely Tyson, to me, when she was a young woman, was not attractive. She was not an attractive young woman, but she's a very attractive older woman. After, it's so weird. And I know Cicely has had no type of augmentation. She just has aged, and she just looks better the older she gets. Some people is just like that. The older they get, the better they look. Nancy Wilson was like that. Nancy Wilson became, literally, she was never a bad looking woman, but she became sexy and regal looking as she went on. And that's two separate things. She's regal looking. She's beautiful, salt and pepper gray hair. And the more it got white, Nancy started to get sexy in her older ages. I don't know, it's just one of those things. But I definitely got that whole vibe from Vanessa and Ron, Tempest and Daryl. They look great. They do, and I'm just happy for them. So congratulations on you all. And yeah, staying out of the public eye. Now we've seen you going back to your corners, honey. Don't mess up now. Going back to doing what it is that you all were doing. All right, now swipe left. Okay, and speaking of good looks and talent, but we're talking about good looks. Let's take a moment to actually celebrate one of our own. Everybody knows, if you're following me on my YouTube channel, I actually call my people Chez Treasure, which is the House of Treasure. Well, I was doing my thing and searching around, and I ran into a piece of information about one of my Treasure members. Well, I actually ran into a picture. A picture is what actually stopped me. Take a look at this picture. Girls, hold on to the bottom of your chairs, honey. Oh, yep. See, I shout him out all the time. His name is Lamone. To you all, it's Lamone Music. That's who he is on YouTube. And Lamone is a singer. I tell you all the time. He can sing. Sing. He is very talented. Lamone has new music that is actually going to be coming out. He doesn't know anything about this, so he's probably somewhere in one of these in the chat, and he'll see this. But yeah, you got to go see him, honey, at I Am Lamone over on Instagram. But he has new music that's going to be coming out really soon. So I just want you all to keep an eye out and an ear out for new music coming from one of our own. He is one of our Treasure family members. I Am Lamone. Lamone Music to you all. Very, very talented singer. Go and check out his Instagram. And girl, look at the pictures. Child, listen, honey. He got something for you, honey. Listen. Lamone, keep doing what you're doing. Everything's great, baby. Good on the eyes and the ears. All right, you guys, swipe left. Okay, here's a piece of disturbing news. Being as though we're talking about singers, let's continue. SZA. SZA was down at the Sephora shopping for some makeup. Probably some Fenty products. You know, some good old Rihanna products down there to the Sephora. And some mess jumped off during her visit. And this is an age-old story. Something that happens. Have you ever been anywhere and someone has accused you of something that you're not doing? Have you ever been anywhere and someone is following you around the store as if you're doing something you have no business doing? If that's ever happened to you, then you know what I'm talking about. It leaves you with a feeling that is not like any other feeling that I can actually put into place. It's embarrassing. It makes me angry. And it's really a sign, how dare you? How dare you? When I'm walking around with a purse full of money and you're following me around the store. And the person who is actually shoplifting is probably someone who really looks like you and not like me. Someone who you think is either of a different race than me or who looks like they have money and I possibly look like I don't have money, but it's the person that's all dressed up who's filling their purse with your products, whereas my purse is filled with money. Well, this is what happened with Sephora and SZA. And SZA was pissed. She was pissed. And she went to her social media. And I believe they didn't really know who she was. But they soon found out. She has tons upon tons of followers on social media. So it didn't take long for it to spread. Okay, what had happened? She ended up getting a message from Rihanna. Rihanna reached out to her because, you know, Rihanna actually has a little collaborating situation with Sephora for her Fenty makeup line. Rihanna allegedly sent her gift cards, you know, for some products. And not that she actually needed it, but she did, you know, and that was nice of Rihanna. And Sephora actually they issued an apology and all of that. And then the thing that we saw, that Sephora ended up closing nationwide for an hour to do a sensitivity training. Now, I can't really get completely angry with Sephora as a company for this. This was more of a situation that was an employee who actually was out of order. But again, at that time, when it breaks down to these things, that employee is for all intents and purposes, or Sephora at that time. So just not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. It just was ugly. And then the whole thing of them closing down for sensitivity training, that's nice. But it's really, you're trying to save the brand. That's all. You're trying to save the brand and appease the people. But it's, yeah, one of those apologies. I didn't like it. I didn't like this. I would love to see what you guys actually have to say. Are you angry with Sephora about this, or are you more angry with the actual employee? I'm feeling like I should really be able to angle it and be upset with the employee, but for some reason there's a part of me that's actually pissed off with Sephora. But I just want to see what you guys actually have to say. I'm feeling as though I should be angry with the employee and not with Sephora as a company. But for some reason, I'm in the middle today. I don't know. Maybe I'll feel better as time goes on. But something in me is making me, I'm being honest. You know, that's what I do. I'm being honest. Something in me is making me be angry with Sephora. And it's kind of falling like, oh, we're going to apologize. Oh, we're going to do this. And this will make it better. It's like one of those things. I think the best thing that actually happened here was, you know, the fact that Rihanna reached out to SZA. I think that's what saved everything for me. I feel like Rihanna saved it, because Rihanna could have very well just pulled out. Because you know that happens. We see it with the basketball and football players all the time. They do one little thing and companies don't even ask questions, baby. They pull out and they're like, nope, you're not part of our brand, go away. So, I don't know. I'm interested to see what you guys have to say. I have to check out the comments in the chat and see what you guys are saying. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and swipe left. Okay, let's talk television. Television. All right. First thing, one of our personal favorites. Wendy! Wendy Williams. I hear that Wendy Williams is actually shopping around to find someone to give her interview to. Are you excited about this? I'm kind of excited, but something in me tells me Wendy not going to get up off of all the goods. I want to know all the goods. This has been so messy, this whole thing with the baby and the divorce and the little boy fighting the daddy and all. I'm really interested to see how much is Wendy actually going to tell. But anyway, she's shopping around allegedly for who she's going to give this interview to. And guess what? Gayle King. Yes, Oprah's friend Gayle King. Gayle declined. Gayle declined. She says she doesn't feel like it's right for morning TV. Really, Gail? I think Gail just made a mistake. I think you should have called Oprah first. I think you should have called Oprah before you made a decision. I think this is a bad move, Miss Gail. I think it's a bad move because this is definitely, people are going to watch. People are going to watch the ratings. I think the ratings are going to be through the roof. But I'm more concerned about what is Wendy going to actually tell. I want to know. What are you going to tell us? Girl, you better tell it all. You had better tell it all, Wendy. But knowing Wendy the way we know Wendy, I don't think she is. I don't think she is. But whatever. Listen, I'm going to keep my ear to the ground. And when I hear something, I will definitely let you guys know about what is going on with Wendy, honey, and who's going to get the story. Baby, she didn't call me. I bet I won't tell her no. Hey, Wendy. Girl, I'm available. I'm available, girl. You tell me what you want to tell me, girl. And I don't mind asking you the hard questions, and you know it. You know it. If you've seen any of these swipe lefts, you know I ain't got no problem asking you the hard question. Girl, what's going on with that extra baby, honey? What's going on with your wife-in-law? Is your son planning on punching your husband anytime soon again, honey? You know, I don't have no problem asking hard questions at all. Girl, how long do you think he been cheating? How long have you known? Girl, you ever drove past the mistress's house? Listen, hey, Wendy, I'll make time for you, darling. Yes, I will. I'll holler your name, and I'll make time for you, girl. We'll have a good old time roasting and gagging your husband. Anyway, I'm clowning, but I'm real serious. Girl, I'm available. All right, swipe left. Okay, let's continue with the whole television thing. I got another piece of tea. Real Housewives of Atlanta. I ran across a piece of information. Baby, Apollo is in a halfway house. Yes, baby, Lil Pretty is back on the streets. He's in a halfway house, and there's like questions floating around. Could Apollo actually be coming back to Real Housewives of Atlanta along with his new fiance? What do you guys think? Wouldn't that be interesting? Listen, the show needs something. It definitely needs something. I think it would be interesting. I really do. I think it would be interesting. Then I heard a little bit of rumble. Phaedra. Do you think Phaedra's going to come back? Because you definitely need, if you bring Apollo and his fiance, you need to bring Phaedra, baby. It'll be a whole mess going on. I want to see it. I want to see it. I'll take all three of them. When there was talks about Phaedra coming back to the show, I didn't care anything about seeing Phaedra. But if you bring Apollo and his fiance and Phaedra, baby, I will be sitting with my legs crossed 8 p.m. Bravo down to see what's going on. Now, I did hear, allegedly, that Candy said, baby, you bring any one of the three of them near here, baby, and I'm out of here. Allegedly. That's what I heard, honey. Do you think Candy will actually leave? Do you think that Candy would actually leave? I don't know. And I think it's more Phaedra than anything else. I think if they just brought Apollo and the fiance, I think Candy would probably stay. But I just think that the whole thing of Phaedra, period, will run Candy out the door. But that's a lot of money to say. That's a lot of money. What Candy makes off of Real Housewives of Atlanta, that's a lot of money about a heifer that you ain't got to talk to. Baby, I'll sit there and look at Phaedra and give her dirty looks and say nasty stuff about her in the confessionals, baby, and collect my check. Listen, what do you guys think? Put it down there in the comments, honey. What do you think? Apollo and the fiance, yay or nay? Apollo, the fiance, and Phaedra, yay or nay? Do you think Candy will actually walk away from all that money? Either way. Put it in the comments. All right. Swipe left. Okay. Now, let's talk about gainful employment. How far would you go to get your dream job? What is it that you would do? Is there any amount of money that's too much to spend to vie for your your dream job? How creative would you actually get to try to land the job of your dreams? Well, listen, this woman named Raquel Bailey, her dream job is to work for Tyler Perry. Let me show you what Raquel actually did to try to get Tyler Perry's attention. Yes, you've seen it. Girlfriend put up a whole billboard. Do you know how expensive it is to put up a billboard? And that whole thing, and this is not the first time she's actually done this. This is not the first time she's done this. First time to Tyler Perry, but not the first time that she's actually put herself on a billboard to try to get her name out there. And it ended up being a mess. Tyler Perry seen it, but it didn't go quite the way that she intended. Tyler went the whole complete opposite way. He wasn't flattered. He literally took to his social media and he kind of scolded her and told her that this is not the way to gain my attention. This is kind of creepy. I'm paraphrasing. This is kind of creepy, and said that basically his people have actually gone on to high alert. It made his people go on to high alert because now he's viewing her as cuckoo cuckoo. I said, really? Really, Tyler? I said, okay. So he basically scolded her. And baby, listen, folks on the internet were feeling some kind of way about what Tyler did. They got mad at him and said he didn't embarrass her. And then there was discussion about, well, it basically gave her a lot of clout and it really did push her name out there. So good and bad came out of this. And the last thing I heard, she did tell CNN that she will definitely be sending an audition tape soon to actually go through the process. Because that was what Tyler told her. You need to actually come on and audition like everyone else. Auditioning is free. Doesn't cost you anything. We're always running auditions. You come and audition like everyone else, but don't do this. This is creepy. So now I'm going to tell you how I feel. I felt like he was scolding her. I do feel like he was scolding her, but I don't think that he did it to embarrass her. I don't get that vibe from Tyler at all. Like, I don't get that vibe that he would try to, make her the butt of a joke. I don't get that from Tyler at all. I fuss about Tyler and some things he does, but I have a lot of respect for Tyler. I do. And I don't see him being that malicious at all. And I think that he went about it the way he did was to stop other people from doing. She dropped quite a coin doing that. And I think that his intentions were really good to stop it here. The buck stops here so no one else does it. Because if he would have just let that go, can you imagine the next thing that somebody would do to actually get his attention? So I kind of understand where Tyler was coming from. You all let me know what you think. But I'm not mad at Tyler. I'm not mad at Tyler, and I don't think that he was being malicious. But baby, there were some folks out there that was feeling some kind of way. And obviously, Raquel wasn't feeling some kind of way. She took the advice, and she just took it on the chin, and she's moving forward. I'm actually looking forward to actually seeing her in something. at some point. I can't, he probably will. He'll probably reach down and get her, straighten her up, honey, polish her up, and put her on something. I'll be looking forward to seeing her. You know, I'll be keeping up with my little Tyler Perry stuff, so I'll be looking out to see her. If I see her floating through some have and have nots, or if Loving You is wrong or something, I'll be taking a look, and I'll let y'all know when I see something. I will let you all know. All right, you all. It's all going on out here in these streets. Swipe left. Okay, listen to this. Let's talk YouTube tea, okay? Last week, I talked to you all about chasing reality. Well, they filmed, the show wrapped. Chasing Atlanta has wrapped. The finale was shown. They filmed the reunion. And baby, I got messages. And all I can actually say, because I got some stuff. I got some, baby, my inbox was popping, but I can't share all that with you. I can't do that. I wish I could, but I can't. I can't share everything that came in my inbox. But I'll tell you this, baby, it was explosive. The children were down to the reunion, windmilling down. Windmilling down. The kids was fighting. And there was a lot of disarray. You know, all the things that make for a great reunion. Now, in regular life, on network like VH1, see, you remember back in the day with the Bad Girls Club and with the Love and Hip Hops gave, baby, they get to windmilling and we get to see everything. That's in real life now. They edit it all out. We get to see black screens and we hear people shuffling the car. This is YouTube, honey. This is YouTube. So I have faith that you're going to get to see the disarray at its best. Down to the Chasing Atlanta reunion. It will be coming on this Wednesday. And I don't know that the people who do the show will ever actually even see this video. But here's a free plug for you, baby. 7 p.m. Wednesday coming. The reunion is going to show. Baby, listen, when I tell you, you want to see it. If you like disarray and you like the way that reality shows used to have reunions where the folks say all that they want to say and they get the windmill in the cat. Chasing Reality, Chasing Atlanta, reunion, 7 p.m. this coming Wednesday. I'll be down to my YouTube paying attention. Listen, I told you I've not missed one episode since they came out with Chasing Reality. And I'll be right there with my legs crossed to see what in the world is really going on. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. God bless them. Anyway, all right, that's the YouTube tea. Swipe left. Okay, speaking of disarray, let's talk about one of our favorite couples. You got it. B and J. Beyonce and Jay-Z. Well, this kind of blew up on the internet. Beyonce and Jay-Z were at a basketball game between the Toronto Raptors and the Golden State Warriors. And take a look at the clip. Just take a look at the clip. Okay, that woman that you actually see, her name is Nicole Curran, and she is the wife of the owner of the Golden State Warriors, okay? And did you see Beyonce's face? And then she nudged her a little bit, you know, because she literally was leaning over B, talking to Jay, and B kind of scooted up in her chair. Okay. You know, it was one of them moves. You know, but done in Beyonce fashion. It was classy based. Okay. But it was a lot. It was a lot. I mean, just even with no sound and just, it was a lot. It was a lot. I said, she ain't got no type of tact at all. People got very upset. And by people, I mean the Beyhive. They got very upset, baby. Very upset. Now, my thing is, I'm not going to go there about, you know, be feeling some type of way like this woman could take Jay. I'm not, I don't think it was that at all. It was just an invasion of space, which is disrespectful. I don't think she's worried about old girl taking Jay from her at all. You know what I mean? I don't think that she even felt that. But it's just an invasion of my space. And like, are you serious? Now, I'd have probably elbowed the broad. But, you know, that's a whole nother story. But the Beyhive went left, okay? Let me show you what it is that the Beyhive actually threatened to do, and they did. You know how they swarmed down on people. Baby, they were leaving all kinds of threats and everything and bees and whatnot in this woman's social media. Let me show you what they threatened to do to her. Child, I'm making light of the situation. I am. I'm making light of the situation. It really isn't funny. Yes, it is. Child, that clip is funny. Baby, hey, whack, whack, whack. Baby, that's what the Beyhive threatened to do to old girl. Hey, listen. Listen. About that one, this is what you'll get. And they meant it. They meant it. Listen, you know the Beyhive. Y'all, come on, y'all. They be going too far. Death threats and things like that, that's too far. Now, I heard that, listen, I heard that allegedly Beyonce, you know, told them to back off and stand down. And they told her to mind her business. I said, now, look, hey, y'all doing too much. But I just had to shed a little light on it and make it fun. But yeah, they went too far. The Beyhive went too far this time. Death threats is never cool. Threats, period, is not cool. Beyonce is fine. She's fine. Jay is not going anywhere. Everything's fine. And I think the lady, she got it. She got it, y'all. Stand down. Stand down. Stingers down, you all. Stingers down. It's okay. It's okay. But I just wanted to share that with you all. Listen, it was funny. That was funny to me. But very serious. Threatening is not good. Cyberbullying is a no-no. Stingers down. All right, you guys. Swipe left. Okay, guys. Listen, I'm going to do a very quick fashion moment with Mimi. Take a look at this picture. All right, it's the perfect time. It's Michelle Williams. This was Michelle Williams at the Wearable Art Gala, at Waco's Wearable Art Gala. I was floored when I ran across this, and honestly, I seen all the pictures from the gala, and I was like, okay. It was a Lion King theme. And I just was like, okay, all right. A lot of African inspire. I was just like, yeah, okay, whatever. But when I seen this, I was like, black tulle, black patent leather waist cincher, gold neck cuff, Amazonian ponytail. Baby, it screamed Mother Africa meets high fashion. I was here for it. I was here for it. I'll say this, it probably really stood out to me because, again, it did give me Mother Africa and high fashion. It didn't so much as give me Lion King, but whatever. As far as a look, it's definitely a look that I can appreciate. I was here for it. Michelle, you did that. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Alrighty, that was a small fashion moment with Mimi. Alright, you guys, swipe left. Okay, you guys, last story. This is interesting. This is interesting. And I thought about this. I got very tickled at this at first. And then I thought about it and I said, you know, I don't know. You know, there's that dark side of me. That's the side that laughed. And then there's the other responsible side of me that says, the parent in me, that says, I don't know. But listen, I'm going to run the tape. You all tell me what you think. Okay? Listen, I'm going to visit both places because I can't watch it without laughing. So I'm just telling you now. Anyway, take a look.
Oh, I remember something. She's like, you can have it.
Yes. Yes.
What's she doing?
No.
Uh-oh.
No. No.
But he ate it.
Oh my goodness. Baby, listen. She beat the hell out of that doll. And that baby, I gotta love that baby because that baby is no fool. Do you understand me? No fool. Now, I understand what she was doing, and she was so tickled. I think I got even more tickled at the fact that she was tickled trying for the baby not to see her laughing, but she did get accomplished what she wanted to get accomplished. But was that mean? Was that mean because you scared him? And he was scared. He was frightened. So that's why I say there's the parent part of me that was like, I don't know, because I mean, listen, I always say, there's something I say all the time. It's nearly impossible to actually raise a child that doesn't fear you at all. It's impossible. You have to have some fear of your parents, that it all works into the whole respect level. You know, that it's, you know, because when you're younger, you're not really stuck on the whole, oh, I want to make sure I please my parents and I want my parents to look at me in the best light. You don't have that going on. When you're younger, you have this thing going on like, oh my God, if I do, oh, she gonna go off. Or, oh, he's going to snap out. You know, that's the thing. There's a slight piece of fear. But I don't ever want my kids to be, like, literally afraid of me. You know what I mean? So that's where I was kind of having mixed emotions. But I understood what she was doing. And overall, the dark side of me did get very tickled. I was really questioning whether or not to actually bring this to you all. Because I said, oh, I know there's going to be some folks that are going to judge me like I care. And there's going to be some folks that just don't like it. And there's going to be some people that really do get tickled. So listen. underneath this makeup, there is some tough skin. I'm here for whatever it is you all got. Tell me what it is that you think. I ran into this in my travels. It did tickle me, but there is a more responsible parent part of me that is not as dark that kind of worried, like, was that too extreme? Was it too extreme? I'm going to throw it out at you all. Let me know what you all think. You know, we've been very, very interactive this Saturday. So, anyway, let me know what you think. Again, the dark side of me was very, very tickled, and the parent side of me was a little worried. Was that a little bit too far? I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what you all think. All right, you guys, swipe left. Okay, guys, that is it for this week. That is our show. Thank you so much for tuning in. You know I love you guys. Like I said, we've been very interactive today. I am ecstatic. I love spending time with you. It's my favorite day of the week. So, love hanging with you. I hope you're still loving hanging with me. We're going to leave this here. DJ, take me on out of here. All right, you guys. I'll see you next week.
feel like and feel like